Hello my PC students. Now this was your second assignment that I've done with you, and again it's one that doesn't have instructions, but I'll review it and see if you did yours like mine. So let's go to File, go to Open, Browse, and I want you to go to your classes drive. So go to your classes drive and then go to PC, Print Com, go to your teaching documents and open up the one called Rooftop Real Estate. All right, open that up. And the first thing we want to do is save it. So go to File, Save As, and we want to go to Browse, and you want to go to your name. So go to your name, your U drive, and then go to Print Com, and then go to Excel. Check your address bar, make sure you're in Excel. All right, click in the file name box, press Home, and type in your first name and use the current date. In my case, it's September 24. All right, save it. So now we're ready to start. First thing, View, Zoom. Custom, I'm going to say 140 again, just to make it easy. All right, now one other thing I see here right away, you won't notice this, but I see it. I see that the font is Arial. Today we use Calibri, so click in cell A1, hold down your Shift key and click in cell H15. Now you have a complete rectangle. Go up and choose Calibri, and let's make it size 12, font size 12, okay? All right, so Calibri font size 12 looks good. All right, now, first thing, you see quarter 1, and you said, oh, I know I have to drag it over quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, and I have all my headings there, and I'm widening the columns here so that you can see quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. So please don't type it in. You drag only. Now you have the same scenario as last time. Here you have revenue. Now remember, revenue means money coming in. You're getting money from rentals, you're getting money from food sales or clothing sales, whatever, but there's sales. So how much is our total revenue for each quarter, and how much is it as for the total for rentals? All right, you want to click in cell C4, hold down your Shift key and click in cell G6. Do you have a blank column? Do you have a blank row? Yes. All right. Alt equals sum. Just done. So the next one though is expenses. All right. So we want to click in cell C9, hold down your Shift key and click in cell G14. All right, have I got a blank row? Yes. Blank row, blank column. All right, what are you going to do? You're going to go Alt equals. Did you put the totals in? Yes, you did. All right, now we want to find out net income. If you know your revenue and you know your expenses, what's your net income? And remember, it's equals, and you want to take your revenue minus, use the subtract sign, the minus sign, minus your total expenses. All right, and you got $2,340. All right, now drag this across to G15, and now you've got a net income for quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, and your year-to-date totals. Now let's format this. So click in cell C4, hold down your Shift key and click in cell G15. All right, you're going to right click, go to Format Cells, and we'll just choose Accounting, 2 decimal places and a $sign for starters, and widen this column. Now we don't want the repeating $sign. This will be new for you, but I want you to pay attention here, okay? Click in cell G5, hold down your Shift key and click in cell G5. Did I say C5 here? Sorry, you guys. Click in C5, hold down your Shift key and click in G5. Now I want to take the other ones. So this time I'm going to hold down my Control key and click here in C10, and I'm going to drag down until I get to the end of total expenses. But I don't want to touch the total here because that needs a dollar sign. Alright, we're going to right click, go to Format Cells, and you're going to say accounting with 2 decimal places but no dollar sign. No dollar sign. So once again, remember, you have a dollar sign at the beginning of the column. You have a dollar sign at the total row and a dollar sign at the beginning of the column. And, whoa, I should have had a dollar sign on the expenses. All right, click here, go pick it up with your paintbrush because I forgot to do that, and drag it across. So now your expenses have their dollar sign, which they should have, and net income. Those are your 3 main headings. Total revenue, the money that you bring in. Total expenses, the money that you pay out. And net income is what you are left with. All right, go Control S to save. Now, in percent, we want to know what percent the rentals are as compared to our total. What are our sales compared to the total? So remember, we have to put in equals. What are your rentals? As compared to means divide, and the total revenue. And when it's a total revenue, remember it has to be absolute. So press function key F4. All right, grab your fill handle, drag down. Now we have to go up here to your ribbon, click on your percent sign, and put in 2 decimal places. All right, go Control S to save. Now let's do your expenses. What are your cars as compared to your total expenses? What is your rent, your wages, advertising, and general? All right, so let's go here, put in your equals. Here's my total expenses for the cars. And now, as compared to means divide, and I have to compare it to the total expenses. The total expenses. They have to be absolute. So press F4. All right, so now grab your fill handle and drag down just to total expenses, and this should be a 1 because it's going to be 100%. When you compare the total expenses to the total expenses, you got 100%. So use your percent sign and 2 decimal places. Now you can't do anything to net income because there's nothing to compare it to. All right, go Control S to save. Now we want to merge Rooftop, so we're going to click here on column H, and you're going to go to merge and center, and you're going to make it larger, about 18. Put a font color in. If you want a light fill, go get a light fill. That's okay. And if you want to do your borders and shading, then right click, go to Format Cells, and go to Border, choose a thick line, outline, choose a color. Okay, I'm going to go with my red. And there's red, and I've already got a fill color. I'll say okay, and I'm going to come over here, my vertical horizontal bar, double head arrow, come down, just so that you can see it, and I'm going to put it in the middle. All right, the same thing here now if we want to do our headings. So if I want to do from here to here, I could right click, I can go to Format Cells, and once again choose a thick line. Maybe I'll go with this green, put the outline on, and then I'll choose a different one, but I'll stay with green for my verticals, and to fill I'll use light blue. Alright, say okay, and now if I click off, there are your headings all done. Now if we want to center them, then we're going to go to middle align and center. Alright, go Control S to save. That looks pretty good. And now if you go to File, Print, and the first thing remember you have to do is Page Setup, and you want to say Landscape, Sheet, Grid Lines, Row Column Headings. And your header and footer, custom header. Alright, I will type my name just like you will. Shift Home, and go and choose, again, I'm going to choose 20, bold and italic. I'll choose a color, and I want to go down here and choose something else, a different font that you haven't used before. And in your center section, you want your date and time. Right section, you want the sheet name. Press enter, and we want to have page, spacebar OF, spacebar pages. Say OK, and custom footer, you want the path and file name. And now this we want to put in our picture, so I'm going to put in real estate as a picture. Okay, what have we got here? Oh, there's one right there. I'm going to use that one. Insert. And this time I'm going to guess at 20%. Just, we'll see what happens here. Okay, and say OK, and say OK, and OK one more time, and it fits in just perfect, so that's good. Now my sheet doesn't have a name because I didn't give it a sheet name, so I'm going to go back here, I'm going to double click on the sheet, and I'm going to call it revenue. Okay, now we're going to go back to file, print, and now you will see the sheet name says revenue. Alright, so it's ready to print. We're going to stop here. That's as much as we're going to do.